Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today we have an awesome episode in store for you guys. We have my beautiful friend Helia. Hey Helia, how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And she is a law of attraction manifesting expert. She's a coach. She studied under Bob Proctor and she knows so much. She can help us with how we can live our best life. So with the new year coming and any new year ahead, any time of year you're watching this, we always want to live our best life in every area: health, money, relationships, success. So we're going to get into it. We have some great questions from you guys and let's hop into it. How's it going?
It's going great. I love this topic because every new year, it brings with it like a new vibration, new energy. And no matter how your last year, 2023 has been, and I can't believe we're almost end of 2023.
Me too.
You can start fresh, and just having this intention, the intention is so powerful. Having the intention of, I'm going to have an amazing year. Doesn't matter how things have been so far. Things can change from one year to the other year. So the new year brings a lot of energy and momentum to it. That's why people have New Year resolutions, but we have to go deeper than that because we know how New Year resolutions go. They don't last long.
I love that about the intentions. I think you're right. Like I've heard people say, like, a lot of the greatest speakers of all time and, just epic legendary people we look up to say like intention is everything in everything we do. So like, how do you make sure you set the proper intention? Do you do that with like a lot of things you do?
Yeah, with everything. I think I was listening to Oprah. She was saying the same thing. That's why when people do the same thing, the exact same thing, but they get different results because of their intention. Just be aware of what is your intention when you're doing anything, when you're starting anything, even as simple as starting to cook for yourself, a beautiful meal, or going to the gym. What is your intention? Do you think you're going to get the result, or are you thinking positive? Are you thinking negative?
Yeah. So I think like if we have bad intention with something too, like say somebody hurt us and we want to like get back at them with a snarky thing or like passive aggressive, like that can be bad, right? That's just like bad energy that we don't want to throw out there,
Yes,
right?
Definitely. And one more thing I wanted to say is our assumption and our expectation. I was talking to someone, he was saying, negative thoughts and negative intentions actually act faster. And that's so interesting. I never thought about it this way. Right? But I didn't agree with him. But if you think about it, he's right, because we look at people around you. People are thinking more negative than positive. We're always complaining about something.
True.
We're always either it's too hot or too cold, or it's too much work, or we are bored, or there's always something.
And so how do we escape that?
The mind is always looking for something negative.
That's like one of the questions. Somebody said what to do when negative thoughts arise and how to change negative thought patterns and transform them into neutral or positive ones.
I love that because it happens for absolutely everyone all the time. And I just want to make it clear, why does it happen? First of all, I think personally, from the things that I read and my own experience, I believe this happens because the mind first responsibility is to keep us alive. Our survival system, right? We're part of this nature. Everything is based on survival. So the mind is not responsible to make us happy. It is not. It's our own responsibility, our consciousness.
True.
The mind is only looking for what is going wrong, what is the danger, where is the danger. Let me keep this safe. I know the mind is messed up.
Let's change that. Let's take control. Like we need to take control.
We have
like
to.
As if you're playing like a video game, right? And you're like just like channeling or like creating what the video game character does. We need to like take control of our life like that. And like we're a video game character and like program ourselves properly and live our best life.
Absolutely, because if we don't, the mind is going to run us.
And so that can be a disaster.
Can be a disaster, or it can be a beautiful thing. So it's a double-edged sword. You can use it. You can be a master of your mind, or just let it run your life and be a disaster, because the mind is just going to look for negativity. It's not going to look for what is positive. And it applies to absolutely every human being. So it's, as you said, it's our responsibility to control the mind. And I've been studying so much. One of the things, and one of the people I've been following recently and I love is Michael Singer, the author of The Untethered Soul.
Yeah.
I've been listening to him on YouTube. It's so beautiful. When he talks, you really understand that the mind, you're not the mind. Because you can observe your thoughts. When you observe your thoughts, who is it that is observing the thought? It is your real self.
You.
It's you. It's consciousness. The thoughts are just part of this program, part of this computer. The mind is like a supercomputer. very powerful computer, the most powerful computer on this planet Earth. Super, super powerful. But you have to program it right. If not, it is going to, again, run on all just negativity. So the question was, how do we do that? How do we stop negative thinking?
Yeah, what to do when negative thoughts pop up. Like,
Yeah.
can we ever fully control our thoughts?
I think we can.
Yeah.
I think we can. Some people are there. Like,
That's pretty awesome.
few
That's
people.
where I need to be.
Few people. We have to be yogis and monks and just
I'm not
follow
there.
these people. No, of course, me neither. But yeah, we can absolutely get there. The first point is become aware that you are not your thoughts. Just know that you're not your thoughts. And then obviously the thing that everybody recommends, and it's so annoying, but that's the key, is meditation.
Yeah.
So and I want to talk about meditation because so many people have a wrong idea about meditation and they get frustrated. So what is meditation? Me, myself, also at some point thought, like everybody else, the meditation is I have to get to the point that my mind is completely blank and there is no thought. So if I get there, I've got it.
Yeah.
Like it is not the case. If you get there, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. You feel detachment. You feel the best. You feel like so much joy and enlightenment. But it is not the purpose of meditation. The purpose of meditation is sit down, close your eyes, watch your thoughts. Because then there is a gap between you and your thoughts. When you're watching your thoughts, the easiest, best, simplest example is watching the clouds in the sky as they pass by. That's how you look at your thoughts. They just come and go. Okay, this crazy thought is coming. I'm worried about this and that in the future. Just watch it. Okay, I'm not the thought. That's separate from me. Let it go. The next thought comes. Just observe it. Let it go. Don't get attached to it. Don't have any judgment. Don't blame yourself for thinking a negative thought.
Yeah.
Just let it go. And it's a process like everything else. How do you stop thinking negative? Process.
Yeah.
Practicing.
Yeah.
And it depends where you are on a negative level, I would say, because if you're way down there, which is something that I wanted to share that I recently experienced. If you are experiencing a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and you're in a really dark place, it is very hard to meditate.
Yeah.
You can't meditate at that point. And it's
hard to do
totally
anything. You're in
it's
like
hard
fight
to
or
do
flight.
anything.
It's hard to create from that
Yes.
space anything.
It's really, really hard. Depends where you are mentally, honestly. Sometimes meditation is not the answer. If you're down there, there are different things that you can do. One thing I was telling you before this podcast that helps me a lot is the tapping, EFT tapping.
Yeah.
That helps like in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact science behind it, but if you're following, search even on YouTube, there's so many videos, less than 5 minutes. You tap on some specific spots on your face and head and your arm, and it relaxes your nervous system. Again, I don't know the science behind it. This was really helpful for me. And also music.
Music's
is
huge.
so powerful. If you're sad, if you're going through something, don't listen to sad musics. Just listen to uplifting, nice. I love rock music. Sometimes it's really uplifting, energetic. Music has a lot of energy and vibration to it. So there are a lot of things we can do. You can go for a walk. And it depends where you are. If you are in the freeze state, because some people go to the fight or flight, some people go into freeze. If you're in freeze, you have to start moving your body slowly. You can't go from freeze to whole 1 hour workout at the gym. And you cannot do that, but you can maybe stretch a little bit, do yoga a little bit, go walk in the nature.
And
is
add in
so-
more healthy foods too. That makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
For me, like the plant-based foods, the raw foods, that's a game changer because like all these things Helia is saying, like the tapping, the walks, the gym, the foods, like that lifts our vibe, right? And then we attract, and then we're like almost on a different frequency, right? Don't they say we're on different frequencies? And if we can raise our frequency, then we start having more positive thoughts and creative ideas, and that leads us to a better life, right? Whereas if we're in that slump, like we're not really creating properly from that space, right?
If we're in that slump, we can not only we cannot create anything, but also we're not attracting anything. And we are attracting probably negative things because our vibration is down there. And so the whole point is bringing up the vibration, and the food is one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Raw food, apple. I was talking to one of my clients, actually. It was an interesting point she said. She said people don't like to eat apple. And when you think about it, it's apple is like very light energy, airy energy. And we are used to very dense energy in foods that we eat,
Yeah.
like fast food
Yeah.
and things like that. So we're not used to that airy, uplifting, light energy.
Yeah.
That's why people don't like to eat like apple or
Yeah.
fresh fruits. It's just you got used to a certain kind of food, and
Yeah.
you can change it.
True.
You can
Yeah.
absolutely change it and feel amazing. So meditation, music, tapping, journaling. Journaling is also very good, because when you put the thoughts that are in your mind down there, they are not part of you anymore. So the whole point is becoming distant from your thoughts and knowing that these are your thoughts, is not the real you. And yeah, and just knowing that another thing that's been really helping me recently is just knowing and acknowledging that life changes. It keeps changing. It's been changing in the past. It will change in the future. It never stays the same. Even if you're going through the worst phase of your life, it is not going to stay that way.
It's like seasons.
It's like seasons.
Like Jim Rohn. I don't know if you guys know Jim Rohn.
I love Jim Rohn.
He's just legendary. I'll link his video down below. It's like one of his videos on YouTube. And may he rest in peace. A freaking icon. One of his videos on YouTube is my favorite interview of all time. I'll link it down below. And he used to do speeches about how everything goes in seasons, you know? Like winter doesn't last forever. And then summer comes, and like just he has so many pearls of wisdom. And just like, even though maybe you're doing something really good and you're working really hard, and then you're being attacked maybe online, or a competitor in your industry is trying to take you down, it's just like he used to talk to about all good will be attacked, right? Just like gardens, like there's things that attack gardens, and just so much wisdom to him.
I love that. And I rather experience negative moments, sadness, hardship in my life, and pivot and completely change my life story than being stagnant.
Yeah.
Because when you're stagnant, you cannot change anything.
True.
Sure, you're not experiencing the heartache or you're not going to cry, you're not going to have a hard time, but you're not going to have an amazing time either. You're just in the middle. But if you are going through something really hard, use this opportunity. That's what I've been telling myself. This is an opportunity. It's not going to last forever.
No.
So you might as well use it as an opportunity. Look at it and see what is here for me to learn.
Yeah.
What is here for me to grasp on, to change in my whole life? What new story can I write from now? If you have lost your job, if you have been out of a relationship, if anything that you look at it as a loss, see what is the new opportunity here? How can you pivot from here? How can you write a new chapter?
That's the thing, because a lot of the most amazing things, or our passion, our destiny, our purpose, come out of like the worst of times. And you might not realize, and sometimes you think like, oh, this is just the worst of times, but maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like maybe it's actually working in your favor, working in good, right? Like a few years ago when I lost everything and like went through a separation after 20 years together, and like all this chaos, like it was just like literally the worst of times for a couple of years. Like I couldn't literally be worse, like the worst. I was at like rock bottom, like in every area of my life, but it led me here. Like now I'm following my passion, following my purpose. So like I think that's literally what I needed in order to like get on the right path.
Yeah. And you know what I'm going to add to that is that I actually believe when you're going in, you're experiencing something negative or hard, it is for your good. It is making you a better person. It is actually helping you. It is not something negative. You perceive it as negative. It is helping you to become stronger in your mind. You know how, like, I've been struggling with controlling my thoughts, and I teach this. I teach mindset. I'm a life coach. I'm a manifestation coach. But still, when you go through it, it is hard. But every time you go through something hard, difficult phase in your life, you only become stronger and stronger, because you have to. You have to take control of your thoughts and feelings.
Well, this is a great question we have. And this kind of applies to all areas of our life, like working out, eating clean, trying to eat more raw foods, guys, anything. How to manifest more self-discipline. Is that manifesting self-discipline, or is that just like you're in control of that? Or I don't know, you're the expert. How to manifest more self-discipline. It's a great question.
Self-discipline is something that we all need. It's not that some people are born with it. It is not. We have to develop it. I don't call it necessarily manifesting self-discipline. It is you develop, it's like a muscle. You go to the gym and you work on your muscles and you develop. It's a muscle memory. You have to develop it. Well, the first thing is you have to have a goal and you have to have a why behind it. So what is it that you're trying to be disciplined in? Is it your health? So Bob Proctor was actually always saying that discipline or the will. So it's the same thing. Like having the discipline, you need to have the will. And the will is not to push yourself. How we use the will in the program that we teach, Bob Proctor's program, is to have the will and discipline to keep the goal on the screen of your mind all day long.
Yeah.
So if you have your goal and you really connect with it energetically and you're so excited about your goal and you have a big why, meaningful why behind it, it makes it easier to have discipline. It makes it easier to have the why. And also one more thing I would say that I see helps a lot of people is accountability. If it's something that you're doing on your own, it's a little bit harder and more challenging, of course.
Yeah.
If you have one more person, if it's food or working out or anything else that you want to have more discipline, just have another person, just one more person to hold each other accountable. That helps a lot too.
That's a good point. Yeah, I love that. And that's like, you know what, that's good about the why and stuff. And for me, like eating raw vegan, eating clean, like my why is because I just feel so much better and so much more energetic. And I know if like I eat the other foods, I'm just not going to feel this good. So it's like easy to maintain the self-discipline because I just know the drastic difference in how I feel. So say like if you're talking about like eating clean, maybe make yourself eat clean for like a period of time and then your body gets used to it and you see how it is. And then maybe you won't, it'll just be natural to have that self-discipline.
Yeah.
And like what you're saying, Bob Proctor, he used to carry around a goal card in his pocket every day and read it, right?
All the time. Yeah. He kept it in his pocket because he said so he had a goal card and we all learned to have a goal card. At his time when he started over 60 years ago doing these kind of things and these kind of disciplines, there were no cell phones. So nowadays what I teach and what my other mentor taught me and I teach my clients is to have the goal on their phone as a reminder that goes off every 2-3 hours.
Wow.
So the point
is that what you do?
Yeah.
I love that.
The point is to connect with your goal and have it fresh in your mind all day long.
So like what would it say? Like for something, like would it be in the present tense or like I'm so grateful that I have it now? Or would it be like I can't wait to manifest this? Like what should we put on our phone?
Yeah, great question. So that's actually the first step in manifesting anything. It's having a goal and having it in front of your eyes all day long. And the formula we use is exactly as you said. We start with I'm so happy and grateful now that. So put it in the present tense. And then as if you have already achieved your goal. So it can be a health goal, relationship goal, financial goal, whatever goal that is. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am in this beautiful relationship, whatever it is. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning this much.
I love that. And
every
having
month.
It pop up on your phone every couple hours.
Yeah, every couple of
and
hours.
then you start to believe it, right? When you see it pop up all the time and you're reading it every couple hours every day.
Yeah.
Then you believe it. Then you attract it. Right?
And there is another practice we do, which is a little bit harder, but it absolutely works, is writing the goal down many, many times a day.
That's
many times a
but
day.
Maybe it's worth it.
So the other thing I recently learned is 369. Apparently Nikola Tesla had this 369 and he said it is like a portal to the other universe and it's very powerful. So I don't know, maybe we can search it later on. And the point is writing down your goals 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night before going to bed.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Like
but
again, like in the present tense, or like
again in the present tense.
It's all about the present tense, right?
Yes.
Because otherwise, it's like you want it and you lack it, right?
Yeah.
If you're like, I want
it has to be in the present tense.
Yeah.
Even when we say in the morning, say gratitude and say affirmations, you never want to say today will be amazing. Today I will do this, I will do that. You want to say as if it is already. It's an amazing day. I'm having a great time. I'm accomplishing everything. So I am is very powerful.
Okay,
I am is a
gotta
powerful
start
phrase.
doing all this stuff so you can have the best year ever. I ams are so powerful.
I am is very powerful. So make sure what you're putting after I am, even when you're joking. Like sometimes people joke and say, oh my God, I'm a mess. Oh, I'm fat, or I'm this.
Yeah, I have a neighbor who always talks like this, and I'm like, stop.
Not good. Yes.
Stop.
Don't
He'll
do
always
that.
be like, I'm an idiot. I'm not funny. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm an
stop.
idiot. You hear that so much. People say that. Don't do that, because you're literally manifesting it.
Yeah.
And again,
And my other friend, I think I've told you before, he always used to say, oh, I'm fat, like with his gut. And then he ended up getting like a weight he was not happy with. I don't like to use the word fat, but like,
yeah.
So yeah, we got to watch how we talk to ourselves.
And speaking of health and fat, if you want to lose weight, Bob said, never say losing weight, say dropping weight or releasing weight.
Why? What?
Because the mind goes after what you lose. If you lose something, the mind wants to find it. That's why people lose weight and gain weight and lose weight and gain weight. So just say, I am dropping weight.
Wow, that's so interesting to me. Okay, explain that to me one more time. I've been filming all day and I really want to understand this.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we say lose? So we don't want to say like...
Because if you lose something, let's say you've lost your keys.
It's gone.
You're going to go find it.
Okay, I get
it. The
it.
mind wants to find what is lost.
Wow.
Goes after what is lost. So the subconscious mind, we're talking about subconscious. So consciously, you know that you don't want that weight. But subconsciously, your subconscious thinks, okay, something is lost and I have to go find it. And that's why so many times people gain the weight back. So Bob said, just simply, instead of saying, I want to lose weight or I'm losing weight, just say I'm dropping weight.
That makes sense.
I am releasing this weight. It's not mine.
It's dropped, it's gone.
It's not mine. It's gone. Not mine.
Or you just listen to affirmations. I am my perfect weight. I love my size, right?
Yes. Just be on the positive side. I am perfect. I am healthy. I am fit.
We all got to get more positive. So say people have had like the worst year ever, the worst couple years. Every area of their life is just a complete disaster. And they're just like, I don't feel good.
Me.
How do I pretend? How do I pretend? Oh, thanks God my life is perfect. Everything's a disaster. Like sometimes I'm just
you don't need to pretend. You don't need to pretend. There's a beautiful law called law of rhythm. So it's up and down, right? The whole universe. We have dark moments, we have night, we have day, we have light, we have yin and yang. So it's law of polarity or a law of rhythm. So when your life is at the bottom and you feel like everything has been a disaster, as you said, and it's been really challenging, get super excited because something amazing is coming.
Yeah.
And you know when something amazing is coming? When you actually believe in it.
That's the big part.
The difference between people who, something happens, let's say divorce. Some people go through divorce and they become really a victim, get into the victim mentality and stay miserable for years and years and maybe decades. I've seen those people. Maybe for the rest of their life. And some people go through the exact same thing after that many years being married and go through divorce, but they shift their attitude, they change their mindset, and they move on, and something amazing happens, and their life becomes absolutely much better than when they were with their previous partner.
Yeah, so it's like, who do you want to be, the angry person or like the happy person whose life totally changed? So how do we become the happy person? Just give us all this.
How do we become the happy person?
How do we not hold on to the crap? How do we drop it?
Just know that it is your natural state of being. Our natural state of being is being fulfilled, is being relaxed, is being at ease. It is not struggling. It is not being angry. It is not being jealous. These are not negative state. These are not natural state of beings. These are just the mind. Separate yourself from your thoughts. This is the most important practice that if everyone can do, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, that would be amazing. That would make a huge difference. Just become aware that I am not my thoughts and know there is a possibility, especially if you're going through something hard and negative. I am getting excited when I'm going through something negative because I know ups and downs, law of rhythm, something good is coming. I just have to be in control of my mind and my emotions. Stay on top of the game. How? How do we do that? With all the little things we talked about. Have a goal. Take care of your body. Take care of your minds. Take care of your emotions. Work out. Eat healthy. go to the nature. There's just so many things we can do. Just pick a few things, one thing maybe
Yeah, even
every
just
day.
a little walk. If you're feeling like crap, a little walk and totally
little
shift
walk.
your vibe.
Yeah.
And then shift your whole day.
Yeah.
Right?
It
And
does.
shift your whole life.
It
Like,
does. Absolutely it does.
yeah. Okay, well, let's ask another question. So somebody said, is it possible that beliefs can stand in the way of manifestation? If so, how can I recognize and dissolve them?
Yeah,
beliefs
beliefs
are
are
everything,
everything.
right?
Beliefs are everything. Your manifestation, something really, this sentence is really powerful for me. Your manifestation doesn't come from your conscious mind and from your thinking. It is not just positive thinking. Did you know that? I honestly recently learned that. It is not just positive thinking. Your manifestation comes from your subconscious beliefs.
Yeah, that's the biggest part.
Deep-rooted beliefs from your childhood, from all the traumas that you've been through.
And from like our emotion and feeling and how we feel, right? More so maybe than just the thoughts, right?
It is not just the thoughts, it is the belief that is deep-rooted in your subconscious. So you manifest from your subconscious mind. You don't manifest from your conscious mind. So when we talk about affirmations, writing your goal, it is not just saying those and doing those on a conscious level. You have to really feel into those things. The feeling, so subconscious is the same as feeling, right? So when we think consciously, as long as you don't connect with your goal on a subconscious level, meaning really feel it into your body, you're not going to manifest it. And your beliefs, all your beliefs are what you are manifesting in. Like whatever you're manifesting is a reflection of your deep-rooted beliefs. How do you know what your beliefs are? See the results in your life. You happy with your results? The whole world is just a mirror. Sometimes...
And our life is pretty much like... we created it completely, right? Or do you think some things are just like, no, it happened, like it's not your fault? Like, or do you think like we're the creators of everything?
Well, there are circumstances, like if you were born in a third world country in war and things like that, those circumstances that are outside of you, I don't believe that you have created those circumstances, but I believe in those circumstances, people still can create.
Always,
I mean, two
right?
people can create complete different lifestyle in the same environment.
And you can create from the worst of situations too,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Same household, two siblings can live differently,
Yeah.
can manifest different things with the same parents, same childhood. So we have a lot of power to create and manifest even in worst case scenarios. And going back to beliefs are really powerful. And it's not that you change them overnight, obviously. It's through changing what I teach, paradigm shift. So subconscious beliefs needs to change. And Bob always taught us there are two ways to change your subconscious beliefs and what we call paradigm. One is through an emotional impact, which is usually a negative emotional impact, like painful divorce, a death in your family, close family, or losing all your money, something really impactful, negatively emotional impact. Or the other way that you can take control and change your paradigm is through repetition of the ideas. So you want to find out what is a negative belief that you have, especially about, like, so many people have negative beliefs about money, like lack mentality.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees,
Yeah.
and it's root of all evil. And so many people, I would say 98% of people have those. So first become aware of your beliefs, look at the results in your life, become aware of your beliefs, and then start changing them slowly through repetition, through saying the opposite of it.
Through listening to stuff over and over too, right? Like I sleep with stuff on sometimes. I think it makes a difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because some people are visual, some people are more like they depends how you are.
Yeah.
Which one works better for you.
Yeah.
Or writing it down. Writing down is also very powerful, because when you write down, that makes you to be focused on that moment, and writing creates thinking, and thinking creates an image in your mind. And we think in pictures. That's so interesting. When I don't know if I gave you this example last time. If I tell you to think about a feather or think about your fridge, you don't think about like FRI, you think about you see
picture.
the picture, right? So pictures are very important. When you're writing your goal, you want to imagine that picture. So when we talk about these things here on your channel or somewhere else, we say write down your goals. There's so much more detail to it. It's not just you write your goals down and that's it. You want to visualize it. You want to see the picture. You want to really feel it. You want to believe it.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Okay. On my channel, a lot of people want to know a lot of people want to know about food stuff too, and diet, and like how to eat clean. So I think this might be a good question for you. Like, if people want to get control of their mind and like the cravings with food, say they want to eat more raw foods or plant-based foods, or like get rid of the processed foods, but they have a hard time with like those thoughts just like caving in or stuff. Do you have any advice for that? How to like get a grip of that and like create a better, like healthier year?
Yeah. Again, for me, everything goes back to goal. What is your goal in life? Do you want to live the best version of you in life? Like, this life is short. We want to live the best version. We want to be happy, healthy. And one thing I was learning from Michael Singer recently is that when people when people tell me I cannot quit smoking, I laugh at them. I'm like, what do you mean? You cannot stop yourself grabbing that cigarette? You cannot?
Yeah.
This is not your arm?
Yeah.
You don't have control over it? You absolutely do. It's the mind that you have to control, right? So the same thing as eating healthy. You have to make a decision that I care about my body so much. This is a vehicle I'm using in this world, in this 3D world. I need it. And I want to live a full, happy, long life. Everybody does, I think. We all want to live long and happy and healthy. So the most important thing is eating healthy. It's just coming back to the thoughts and being your own coach, being your own teacher, being on top of your mind. Just, telling yourself that you're an amazing human being and you want to live healthy and you want to do impactful things in your life, either for yourself or your family. And the first most important thing is health. When we are sick, even if it's a small cold, we don't want anything in the world. We just want our health back. So that's the main thing. We want to stay healthy. And the mind can help. The mind is really powerful. So you have to, at the end of the day, we have to take control of the mind and the thoughts. And it comes with practice. If you have never heard about this concept so far, it's the first time you're listening, the mind, the thoughts, you start from practicing one day at a time, taking control of your mind and knowing that your thoughts are not you. You're more powerful than your thoughts. And just practice it every day.
Yeah. And do you think like going into a new year, people should make resolutions, or they should make like a list of all their goals?
I don't like doing resolutions because we know what happens with resolutions. Statistically, people only stick with resolutions until the end of January with the resolutions. That's what we know statistically. So I personally love to come up with themes, not for the whole year, for every quarter. So every quarter I come up with a new theme. And it has to do with my belief system. Because if you change your beliefs, if you change your subconscious, then everything else, the results is going to change in your life. So you don't need to have a New Year resolution. You change your beliefs, you change your self-image, the person you are from deep inside. And you take a course, you take a coach, you take mentorship. You have to do these things to learn how to do that, right? And take one theme. That's what I do for every quarter, and just really focus on that. So maybe for someone it is discipline. Maybe you want to start 2024 with the word discipline. I'm going to be disciplined in everything I do. And I love the quarterly goals because it's not too long, it's not too far, and it's not too short. So you have enough time to work on yourself and change your subconscious beliefs. And you don't need to wait the whole year,
Yeah. And
3 months is perfect.
Helia has a great YouTube channel too. I'll link down below. Here's the 3-part question. So I lost my voice at a concert last night. How to change your mindset, how to be more positive, and how to meditate. So it's a 3-part question. Like, changing our mindset, being more positive, how to meditate. Anything you feel like you want to expand on that? I know we've talked about some of that already, but.
Yeah, we talked about a lot already, but how to change your mindset and stay positive. I think these two questions, you can answer with the last question, which is meditation.
Yeah.
I know people are probably going to be annoyed. Like, meditation is not the most fun thing that people like to do, but it's really, really helpful. It really makes a big difference. So try with meditation. And if you're someone who has a hard time with meditating, sitting quiet, there's so many amazing apps. And even on YouTube, there are guided meditations.
Yeah.
So use a 10 minutes, 15 minutes guided meditation. And I would say for staying positive, the way you start your morning is really important.
Key.
So even that's the practice I've been giving my clients. Before leaving your bed, when you wake up and you're still laying down, first of all, you want to kiss your hand.
Really?
Yes, because you love yourself. And I learned from Bob.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, you kiss your hand because you love yourself. And then you're grateful for everything you have in your life.
Wow.
So you say gratitude when you're still in your bed and you haven't left your bed. Start with gratitude. Start with loving yourself. Everything comes from you, and everybody is so precious. We're all precious human beings.
Yeah.
And start your day being really positive. And then if you have more time, go into journaling, affirmation. I do mirror affirmations. I love mirror affirmations, just looking into your eyes and saying, I'm powerful, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am safe, I'm protected, I'm provided, I'm being protected and supported. So there are a lot of practices, but morning practices are really important to set the tone for the rest of your day. And meditation.
I love that. Okay. And somebody said thoughts on the Silva method and its effectiveness. I don't know what that is. Do you?
Silva method.
Silva, Silva.
I have no
I've never
idea.
heard of it.
No.
Somebody said top do's and don'ts for manifesting.
So top do's, I would start with, because it's so important for people to learn and understand, because so many people have watched the movie The Secret and they think, law of attraction, if I think positive, if I want something, I'm going to manifest it. I really want to emphasize in this video, it is not our thoughts, it's our subconscious thoughts. And what our subconscious thoughts is our beliefs, our emotions. These are all the same. So top do's is do work on your beliefs and your self-image. You want to change your self-image. How do you do that? There's an amazing book you can read and study, Psycho-Cybernetics.
I've heard of that book.
It's so good.
Really?
And it's not just to read once, it's practice, study. It has a lot of homework too. So read Psycho-Cybernetics and try to shift your self-image. Raise your standards in life, the way you let people treat you, the place you live in. Even if, it doesn't matter if it's small or big, make it as nice as possible according to your budget. Dress well, raise your standards in all levels, in all areas of your life. So these help with your self-image and your belief system. So you want to live a better life in all areas. You want to be healthy, you want to be happy, you want to be respectful to other people. You want other people to respect you. You deserve to have money. There's nothing wrong with money. There's a lot of beliefs that you have to work on. And the don'ts, one point that I want to emphasize is that, and it's so, so important, it's the key. Don't get impatient. Because when you are manifesting, when you're in the process of manifestation, you see nothing is happening. Meanwhile, everything is happening. You're not just seeing it, because imagine the seed, like when you plant a seed, how long does it take for you to actually see something, a plant or a vegetable or a fruit? It takes a long, long time. It doesn't mean nothing is happening. Things are happening. You're not seeing the things that are happening. And those are the most important phases that are happening. So don't become impatient. Don't lose faith, because if you do, you're going to go against your manifestation. Because the universe always says, your wish is my command. If you believe nothing is happening, therefore nothing is happening.
Wow, yeah.
So
I just had an aha moment there. Wow, you're right. This is all just like the secrets of the universe,
Yeah. It's all the secrets of the universe, and so much of it is in the nature.
Yeah. And okay, this guy was asking too, should we keep visualizing what we want or do a one-off visualization and then leave it to naturally manifest? But can we just do a one-off?
That's so
Sometimes
funny.
I feel like it's a lot of work, like carry around the gold card, do this.
Yeah.
Or maybe if we believe we can do a one-off, then we can, right?
We do. I interviewed someone recently on my channel. That's exactly what he said. He said, I always manifest, I visualize many times, but this one time I sat down, I visualized for 30 minutes, and it was a big goal he had for the whole year, and it happened with just once visualizing. I think he was going through a really tough time in his life, and he was at the point that he really wanted to change things, and he believed he can do it once, so he did it.
Wow.
Our beliefs are powerful.
Powerful. I love that. So this is a good question. How to cultivate an aura that repels F-boys / masculine men on a lower carnal cornstick vibration who treat feminine people, emphasis because I'm LGBT, as objects and disposable, and manifest / attract quality, protective masculine men who possess sexual discipline, integrity, and a pure spirit.
So the aura to me is the same as our vibration, as the energy that is we are emanating. So the question goes back to, how do we change our aura? How do we change our vibration? Right? Mm-hmm. And it goes back to how we are thinking and how we are believing. If you have been in situations like that person has been, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't ask the question. Ask yourself, how were you feeling about yourself? What were you going through in your life? How did you attract these people? And what is it that you can improve in yourself, in your self-image? What is it how can you raise your standards for yourself? It might be that you're in a relationship or you're with someone that you're not super happy, or maybe you're going through something that you're explaining right now. How can you get out of that situation? And as hard as it can be, maybe stay single and alone for a while. You know, that's so powerful.
True.
We are used to jump from one relationship to another relationship, and same thing happens. Different places, different people, same energy. So we're talking about energy, aura, vibration. We want to go back inside and see what is inside of me that is attracting. I'm not saying you're consciously attracting these people. It's obviously not consciously. Maybe there is something in a deep subconscious level. Maybe you have to work more on your self-image. Maybe you have to raise your standards more. Mm-hmm. And look at what we call it expanders. Look at other people who have other partners that treating them really well.
Yeah, because we want that, right? We want to be treated well.
Yes. And when you look at those people, those relationships, you see that, okay, it is possible. It is out there. So if it's possible for someone else being treated really nice, like a queen, it is possible for me too.
And do you think people treat us how we treat ourselves, essentially, then?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And do you think if we put up with somebody treating us like crap, then they might start treating us even more like crap, because they think if we'll put up with that, it'll just get worse and worse. And then maybe we'll be telling the universe, I'm okay with that, and then we'll attract other people that treat us like that.
I believe that. Yeah, I fully believe that the way we treat ourselves and the way we, like a simple example I was thinking a few days ago is that when you like toast your bread in the morning, like you don't because you're raw, but if you do toast your bread in the morning and it burns a little bit, and some people, they're like, okay, I eat it, that's fine. You would never give it to your guest or your friend, but you would eat it like it's okay. Or if the fruit is not like good, and it's something that you wouldn't give to anyone else, like your friends or someone you respect, but you do it to yourself. Yeah, that shows the level of self-respect and self-worth. Self-worth has been a really powerful word for me recently, because if you feel absolutely worthy in life, you will attract the best partner, you will attract the best house, you will attract the money, you will attract the best health. It has to do with where you are in the level of your self-worth. The more worthy you feel, the better things you attract and manifest in life.
So how do we feel more worthy, especially if we've had like a messed up childhood that was one that made us feel like no self-worth?
So, the childhood is, I feel like so many people have gone through traumas, and when we call it trauma, it's not necessarily a major event. It can be a small thing, but for a kid, it could be a trauma. So we all have those things. We just have to work through it like everything else. How do we work on our self-worth? We start with kissing our hand in the morning, you know, being nice to yourself.
Yeah.
When you're going to take a shower, take a bath, you look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate yourself. Love yourself no matter how you are. You are perfect the way you are. We can always get better. And I love the word better because you can always get better in all areas of your life. But appreciate and love yourself where you are right now. You are soul. You are not this physical body. You are consciousness experiencing this 3D physical world. How amazing is that? I heard it from someone that angels are probably looking at us saying, oh my God, that's amazing. You're living on this 3D planet and in this physical body and moving from place to place and achieving these amazing things, having a family, having a friend. I'm sure we all have things in our life, even when we are at the worst situation in our life. There are things that we can appreciate about ourselves. There are things that we can look at and say, I'm proud of myself for this. Whatever it is.
Yeah. And I think we have to realize like we're amazing, even regardless of what we accomplish, right? Just for being who we are.
Just for being a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're amazing. And okay, somebody said 2024 is going to be an epic and beautiful year. And it is. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and Helia's. I'll link hers down below to make your year even better because we love all that positive content. But is there anything else you want to emphasize on how we can live our best year going forward? Like anything comes to mind? Anything else you think we should talk about?
Yeah, I just want to say that if whatever that you're going through, good, bad, whatever, just keep coming back to the fact that you are not just this physical body, you're not just your mind, and you are spirit, your source, and you are way, way more powerful than you think and you believe and you will ever know. You will never know how powerful you are. Your source energy, infinite intelligence living in this body. You're not a body, you're a soul. And your soul is asking you to expand, to grow. Your soul wants you to have an amazing life. Don't let the mind control you. Get a hold of your mind and your thoughts. Be in control of your thoughts. And remind yourself every day that your source energy, your infinite intelligence living in this body.
I love that. That really hit with me in this interview.
Nice.
I love it. Well, you're amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I love having you on. And the viewers, Helia and I are actually starting our own channel. Woo woo. Yes. I'm so excited about manifesting. It's one of my favorite topics on earth. So if we have launched that channel yet, I'll put it down below so you guys can subscribe to us. I'm so excited.
Me too.
And yeah, it's going to be great. And you put on great again. Sorry about my voice, guys. This concert was just like legendary last night. But Helia puts on like amazing talks. You do like these masterclass coaching talks that are awesome. So if you have any upcoming, I'll link those down below too.
Yeah, I'm actually have a free event coming on December 4th to December 9th. It's a free 5 days live event.
Is there one after that? Because this will go up closer to the new year.
Yeah, I do it usually every 2 months.
Okay.
So every 2 months I have a free live event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it added some value. Go follow Helia. Follow this channel. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.